Hi everybody, this is Laura, City Scrapper. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Today I have a layout that I made for a Punched Out Thursday to Die For. A Punched Out Thursday to Die For is a monthly hop. We have the hop on the second Thursday of each month, in which we use our punches and our dies to create scrapbooking layouts. For today's layout, I'm using a number of Authentique papers. These are older papers and they're from several different Christmas collections. I started off with an old piece of pattern paper that I knew I wasn't going to use, and I'm mounting everything on that piece of pattern paper. First, I gutted a piece of 12 by 12 inch red pattern paper and I attached that down. Next, I gutted a piece of off-white pattern paper. I cut that to 11 5/8 inches. I attached that down over the red paper. And then I decided that I wanted to use a punched out border. I used some Martha Stewart punch around the page punches. I cut the blue paper to 10 1/4 inches, and then by the time I was done punching out my design, the paper measured approximately 10 inches square. Then I layered another one of those pattern papers that I have in the background. It has a very faint music note on it, on top of the blue punched out square, and that measures 8 15/16, and then the green pattern paper that I put inside of that measures 8 3/4 inches. Then I wanted to put a square on its side so it looks like a diamond. I used this red paper. The red paper measures 8 1/4 inches. And then inside of that red piece of paper, I put a blue piece of paper, and that paper measured 8 3/16 inches. I'll put all of these measurements in the description box just in case you're interested. If you're interested in making a layout like this, I have to warn you that I did use quite a bit of pattern paper on this layout. I happen to have these really pretty papers, I think, and I had quite a few of them, and I don't have any matching embellishments. I've had them in my stash for a long time, so I decided that I didn't mind using them, even though I, like I said, cut into a lot of pieces of paper. I wanted to add a border around the square, so I used some thin strips of the same green pattern paper that I already have on the layout, and these strips are 1/4 inch thick. I didn't worry about mitering the corners or trying to make the corners where the pieces of paper meet look fancy. I knew that they were going to be covered up by my embellishments, so I just placed the strips of paper down on top of each other. I like the finishing touch that green paper added, so I was thinking that I would add another thinner strip of paper. This is a very faint blue and off-white stripe, so I cut an even thinner strip of that paper, and then I attached that paper inside of the green strips of paper. My camera stopped working because I had too many videos on my device, but I also added a scalloped border around the outside of the inner red square. I used a Fiskars scallop punch to make those, and you'll see those appearing on the layout in a few moments. I had another border punch that I really liked. It's a pine branch punch, but I was thinking that because I already have that poinsettia punch, it might be a little bit too much, so I went with the plain scallop. These are the two pictures I'm going to use. These are both pictures of my two daughters on Christmas Eve in 2019. And I absolutely love the way the pictures from this year came out, so I've been using them a lot lately. I mounted them on some off-white pattern paper, and then I put a thin border of red pattern paper behind that. Now I'm adding some blue photo corners to 4 of the corners. I end up going back and adding a few more photo corners, though, in the remaining corners that are visible. I used an EK Success scalloped photo corner punch, and I used the pattern paper that I used to punch out that poinsettia border that's already in the background. Now I'm ready to embellish my layout. I've already added a title. That Christmas title has been in my stash for so long. I don't know if you remember those. I can't remember who the manufacturer is. If you've been scrapbooking for a while, you might be familiar with those titles. I really love them, but they very rarely make it onto my layouts. I thought that it was perfect for this layout, and I was really happy to finally get that title on a page. I don't know why I don't use those more often. I absolutely love them. I'm also using some Tim Holtz embellishments that I had. One set called Noel was given to me by Pam from my creative scrapbook. Thank you so much, Pam. You could see that I immediately made use of your gift. I'm also using another Tim Holtz pack. It's called Christmas Botanicals. I chose a number of poinsettias from these packs. I also have Santa and his sleigh right over the title. And the embellishments I'm adding right now are from a Recollections sticker pack. They are perfect for putting in the four corners of the green square. And there were also some cardinals in that pack, so I put one between the two photos. I love the deer that's on the top of the layout. And to add a little bit of bling, I feel like you always have to have a little bit of bling on Christmas layouts. I'm adding some jewels to the corners of the blue square. I also add some to the Christmas title, although I move them from where they are right now. And then I add different jewels, which were also gold, but they are faceted self-adhesive jewels to the photo corners. I got all of these jewels in Michael's. They were having a big sale, quite a few months ago, and I did not have that many gold jewels in my stash, so I picked up a whole bunch of them. Then I added those two extra photo corners, and now I'm adding jewels to the new photo corners. If you've been with me for a while, you may know that I love to add branches and greenery to my scrapbooking layouts, and I was thinking that those poinsettias could use a little something extra, so I used a pattern paper from the Authentique papers that I had, and I use a Martha Stewart pine branch punch, and I'm punching out a whole bunch of pine branches to embellish those areas where I have the poinsettias. Now, don't get me wrong, I love dies. I use them all the time on my scrapbook layouts, but punches are so great because it's so quick to punch things out. So I really love using this punch to make pine branches for my layouts. There's another pine branch punch, though, that I do not have. I've been on the lookout for it. It is a discontinued Tim Holtz punch, and it punches out, it seems to me, some really nice pine branches. So I've been looking around for that, but I haven't located one yet. I ended up going back several times and punching out more pine branches because I had quite a few areas on the layout that had poinsettias on them, and I wanted to add pine branches to all of them. Once I had all of the pine branches in place, I went around with my gel glue and I glued them all into place, and I always tried to glue them down underneath the flowers rather than gluing the whole piece down. I just glue them at their base. I recently purchased a pack of Recollections stickers. They are acetate cardinals, so I thought I would add a couple of these to the layout. I already have the one cardinal between the two photos, and I added another one to the right of the photos and another one under the photo on the left. And that completes this page, and here are some close-ups of the layout. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. I know that this month is a very busy time for many people, so I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please take a look in the description box for the links to the channels of Ronnie Sue Scrapper and Kathy and Sonia, and check out their Punched Out Thursday to Die For videos. They are all very different scrapbookers, and they all make absolutely gorgeous layouts. I think that you'll want to check them out. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.